ねもしも全て投げ捨てられたら笑って生きることが楽になるのまた胸が痛くなるからもう何も言わないでよ
I stared at Sensei's hand as he scribbled a quick note regarding the time left before the end of the exam. Okay, people, there are 10 minutes remaining, he said as he glanced at his wristwatch. I think I'm gonna drool, just looking at his perfect hands. Oh, I just want to cover them with kisses, lots and lots of kisses, I said in my mind. Please pass the answer sheets from the back, he said after 10 minutes. Ugh. He didn't even extend the time for us. He's as strict as ever. As he was collecting the answer sheets from each row, I wasn't able to stop the urge and stared at his hands again. Damn Sensei's perfect hands. Okay, I'll just throw away this little but very confidential information about me. I have a little bit of a hand fetish. I know, I'm creepy, sorry. I have been this way ever since my kindergarten teacher's hand when he was showing us how to make a simple origami. I was sitting beside him at the time, and he was so close to me. He was folding the paper with his hands, so this pair of hands caught my attention, and instead of looking at his folding, I began staring at his hands. His hands are perfect, folding the paper as if he was playing with it. I was so amazed, thinking of how a hand could be so beautiful. Well, that didn't stop there. It went over the days from my kindergarten to primary. Even when I started middle school, I just couldn't stop but touch people's hands. It would be so squishy. Could be long nails, could be anything that you just commonly see on one's hand, but to me, they all have different meanings. During that time, my striking zone was established. I remember that one time in the train. It's not a girl's hand, isn't it? I asked myself when I saw a hand holding onto the holder shaft. In a train packed of passengers just like myself, being thin is not enough. It's also in the way of the bones and the tendons rise. The balance of the 5 fingers and the function beauty from the wrist to the elbow. No doubt, it's a man's, I said to myself as I continued to ponder while staring deeply at the stranger's hands. Up until now, hands are my basis to almost everything. That's why, for example, if there is a nice and handsome Mr. A with hands I don't like, and a nice but awkward Mr. B with hands that I admire, I would definitely pick Mr. B, and that is without any hesitation. Well, it would be nice if someone like Mr. B existed, though I wonder, will he let me touch his hands? Hey, what are you daydreaming about for? Hurry up and hand me your sketchbook, Sensei said while he was arranging the test papers. Oh, I didn't notice myself. I walked to his table. I frowned and gave him my sketch pad. This mean-looking teacher has the hands of my dreams. I mean, even if I don't touch it, just by looking at its hands, it's already screaming for my name, as if waiting for me to love it, touch it, feel it. Nah, not gonna happen, I thought as I walked through the door. Oh yes, that's right, Name-san, you're staying after school today, I heard him say before I was out of the classroom. I dashed to his side, thinking that I heard something absurd. Huh? Me? What? Why? I asked him, unable to believe what he just said. Why, you ask? He smirked and stared at me. Because you didn't hand in your output for my subject, did you? Now that I think about it, I was so absorbed with staring with his hands that at the time I ended up unconsciously drawing something completely unrelated to the subject. Sensei teaches art, so his output for us before we took the exam is to sketch a basket of fruits. But instead of sketching the basket of fruits, I finished sketching Sensei's hand. I don't want to brag, but it was as perfect as Sensei's hands, from his forearm to his wrist and to the tip of fingers. Well, it's not my fault. It's his fault for standing there beside the model and displaying that perfect hand of his. Well, that's the thing. I wasn't able to say anything as Sensei was already glaring at me. I sighed. Well, at least I'm able to spend more time with Sensei and drool over his hands. Understood? Come to the art classroom after this. After he said that, he passed me and left. My grimace was now even more contorted than anything. Hisoka Sensei? I called out his attention. Isn't this too difficult for the other model? I asked, a frown forming up on my face again when I saw the model placed in the table. It's not even close to a basket of fruit. What happened to the apple, banana, pineapple, mango? The model in front of me was now a bear with fish in its mouth. Oh, that, he said casually. That's your penalty for not handling the output in time. I looked at him. Well, this looks like it'll take a lot of time. I grumbled under my breath. Stop complaining, just draw the subject and you'll get to go home. I'll be cleaning up the place in the meantime. He answered, okay. My response came out once again as a grumble. When I was on my way to finish up my drawing, I remembered something. Come to think of it, I thought while looking at Sensei's bag while he was moving a few of the canvases from one place to another. I fell in love with his hands at first glance in this classroom. Hey, did you finish your drawing? It seems like he noticed me completely staring at him, that he suddenly looked at me. My heart thumped loud. That surprised me. He walked until he was behind my back and assessed my drawing. Oh, that's good. Good. That turned out pretty nice, don't you think? He said, sounding impressed. That's because I worked hard on it, I answered, grinning from ear to ear. Being complimented by Sensei is something that my heart can't take. I heard him chuckle. Well then, he faced me. He was giving off a smile that was so close to a smirk. Here's your reward. He reached out his hands to my face, and then suddenly I felt the back of his hand on my lips. He gently rubbed the skin of his hand on my lips, making me feel that strong hand of his. I wasn't able to respond quickly. When he took his hand off, my eyes widened and my face turned red. Like, completely red. What the hell was that? He chuckled again, amused at my reaction. You like my hands, right? He asked confidently. His question surprised me. I was speechless. My heart is unstable and is beating louder and faster than before. How did he know? He rested his arm on the table in front of me and left his hand hanging there, showing it off. Well, you're always staring at it passionately, he said again, as if knowing what I was thinking. My face is even redder than ever. It feels hot. I don't stare. No, I stammered, thinking of the right words to answer him, to deny what he was saying. When did he discover? I was found out. I couldn't even think properly. What is Sensei thinking right now? Is he disgusted? Is he laughing inside? And then suddenly, out of nowhere, the scene just a moment ago flashed in my head. Well, he wouldn't rub his hands on my lips if he was disgusted, right? And he said it was my reward. Just what the hell is this teacher thinking? I'm so confused. He stared directly at me. You've been found out, he said, smirking as if he was enjoying what he was seeing. I wasn't able to give a response. In one swift move, his face was near mine. How did I know? I'll tell you. I could feel his hot breath on my face. He held my face close to his, a smirk never leaving his face, and then I heard him whisper into my ear, because I've always been watching you. Damn, my Hisoka voice is fine as fuck. Yo, I'm simping for myself, y'all. That is crazy. Like, damn, y'all heard my Hisoka voice? Shit, I'm simping for myself. What the hell? Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed. That was it for this fanfiction. Anyways, I'm gonna go edit, and I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, I'll see you guys Sunday. Bye, love.